Everyone's trying to be seen every day, but not Carti. While the whole game posts clips, tweets, and thirst for engagement, Carti vanished. No updates, no singles, just a few chaotic Instagram lives, some rat fits, and rumors. That silence, it wasn't a lack of work, it was calculated energy. Carti was building something, carefully shaping a moment instead of chasing one. When I Am Music dropped, it wasn't just another album, it was a return of a presence. People didn't even know what they were waiting for, but they felt it when it landed. That's what happens when you go silent long enough to make the world miss you. The music hit harder because he didn't flood for the streets. His silence made him louder than every artist trying to scream for attention. Playboi Carti is not just a rapper anymore, he's a myth in motion. He turned the act of teasing an album into performance art. One snippet here, a leaked track there, a cryptic tweet, an outfit. That was enough. No interviews, no clarity, just energy. And the fans, they ate it up. I Am Music didn't even need a rollout. It just needed the Carti aura. That mystery, that unpredictability. The album dropped and it was chaos in the best way. Viral for weeks, not because it was overly polished or traditional, but because it felt like a moment we didn't want to miss. And that's the lesson here. In the era of oversharing, Carti mastered the art of withholding. He didn't beg for eyes, he made people chase his shadow. Every move he made felt rare, like a comet flying through the culture. That rarity, that's what made his return hit so hard. You cannot miss someone who never disappears. But Carti vanished, and people felt that absence. When he came back, he had evolved. That sound was raw, the energy was unpredictable, and people couldn't stop talking about it. That's why sometimes you gotta fall off the map, not because you're falling, but because you're leveling up. Carti didn't even drop because he was figuring himself out, perfecting the craft, setting up the next era, and every second of silence was him reloading. That's power. Let people doubt you. Let them think you're done. Let them think you fell off, and then show up with something so undeniable it shuts everything down. That's how you shift culture, not by being loud, but by being absent until you're ready. Look at the world today. People are afraid to go quiet. They are scared that silence means irrelevance. But Carti flipped that. His silence made him legendary. He built hype with absence, anticipation through retreat. That's not easy to pull off unless your energy is unmatched. Carti became more than music. He became a feeling, and when I Am Music landed, it didn't even need explanation because the real ones knew. This is what happens when an artist goes to war in silence and it comes back with fire. Now we bring Kendrick in. Similar story, different style. After Damn in 2017, Kendrick didn't say much. No Lucy's, no leaks, no features. Well, it has features, but he's just in silence. People speculated, guessed, begged for something, and when he dropped Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers 5 years later, it felt like a full novel. Deep, honest, complex. That's what happens when you take time to grow for real. Kendrick knew what Carti knows. Every return is stronger when you disappear with purpose. Not every day has to be a rollout. Sometimes the best promotion is patience. Sometimes your greatest flex is not needing to be seen. Kendrick's silence made people listen harder when he spoke. He didn't talk unless it mattered. And when he came back, the world leaned in. That's presence. That's legacy. See, silence is not weakness. It's power in disguise. It's you choosing to build in the shadows. It's you protecting your energy until the world is ready for what you've been working on. Carti and Kendrick both mastered that. Two different artists, same mindset. Disappear, work, return when it's time. Show the world what it looks like when silence turns into strength. That's how you stay relevant without begging for relevance. So to the ones grinding in silence right now, don't trip. You're not behind. You're building something that will speak for itself one day. You don't need to drop something every week to prove you're working. Be like Carti, be like Kendrick, disappear, evolve, and when it's time to show up, don't even speak. Let your work walk into the room before you do. Because the jungle already knows about lion. A lion doesn't need to roar. The real ones move in silence.